Well, hello folks. I'm looking at a GoPro Hero 4. I'm sure somebody's probably already put out how to navigate one of these, but I'm going to try to make this as simple as I possibly can. I've brought this one up, and of course to turn it on or off, you've got this button here. I'll push it and turn it off right quick. Now, I do have the beeps turned off. I'll show you how you turn those off. I don't particularly like the beeps. I don't like people knowing I've turned it on and off. But you can turn it on here, and there's also a one-touch thing where you can push the button that's up on top up here, and we can set that where it will come on and it will start recording automatically. But I'm just going to push this in for just about a second or so, even half a second. Usually you'll do it. The old GoPro Hero 3, it would take about a couple seconds to hold in there, and then they think they finally changed the firmware. But here we go. Let's just start jumping right in. You can see I'm in wide field of view. You see the W there, and 1080, 48. Means I'm 1080p, 48 frames per second, and I've shot 4 pieces of video. It's saying down here I have 4 hours and 19 minutes left on the card. I certainly don't have that with the battery. Those batteries, the new GoPro batteries, will last, I don't know, maybe an hour and 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to show you just kind of, it's a new way that you navigate. So it comes up, there are different ways, of course, to know that you're going to use the GoPro. You're going to either come in video, which most of us are. This is video mode. You see the video camera. Or you're going to come in photo mode. And you see I have night shot turned on because I've been doing some time lapses. And so this is your photo mode, 12 megapixels. I've got Pro Tune turned on, and I've shot no photographs. I'm on auto white balance. So really it's pretty cool. It's showing me that I've got room for 6,041 approximate images if I, use typical 12 megapixel. So I've got a 64 gig card in here. The next thing you go to would be your time lapse, your multi-shot. And so here we go. I'm set for 15-second exposures on this one. My 12 megapixel Pro Tune is on. I was trying to shoot some stuff off of a bridge. This is for shooting time lapses at night and stuff. You have 15-second time lapse. So we'll get a little deeper into this. So really, what you got, the last thing you got is setup, which allows you to go in and turn things off like the little beeps and the lights and stuff like that. And you can set your date and time. We'll go through all those various things that you can do with these. But let me go ahead and start by saying that you segue between this video, photo, multi-shot, and setup. And that's all you got. You got those 4 now, and you can go to them pretty quickly. Now you got this little button on the side here now. And this used to be like where your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and various things were, your Bluetooth in particular. I guess that's the best way to say it. At any rate, now it's much more than that. So this right now controls what you're going to see segue through in each of these modes. So this gets you to mode, whether it's video, whether it's multi or photo or setup. And then this other one on the side puts you into the edit mode, rather. And then you can choose what parameter you want to fix. So let's say that I want to do some 4K video. I'm going to go here, and once I'm in here, once I've clicked on this to get into edit, then I go down to fade down, or not fade down, but to select down to 1080p. Then I'm going to click on the top button, on the red button up here, and that's going to take me down. So now I got 960. Now I got 720 super view or super wide view, 720. WVGA, this is the only thing it's good for now. It's 240 frames. It actually is pretty cool if you want to do some 240, but it's a standard, it's the lowest quality video you got there. And you got your 4K, and you got 4K at 30. So let's say I want to shoot some 4K at 30. I might as well segue through what else we got. We got 4K Superview. We do have 2.7K Superview, which is the ultra-wide kind of shot. It's a very cool shot. 2.7, and what is that one? 4.3, I guess. I think it has a 4.3 now. Interesting. I didn't realize it did that. We got a 1440, which is sort of a 4.3 mode. And you got your 1080 Super View. And then we're back around where we started. So let's go back to 4K. So let's say I want to do 4K Super View. And it's showing maybe by default 24 frames per second. Let's find out if that's all we've got. All you do is you click that to page down, and then you click the top and you can see what you got. And it looks like 24 is all we have. Field of view, on the 4K is almost all you have is wide. So I'm clicking the top up here to see if there's anything else, and there's not. And so I can go down through here, various different modes, spot metering and stuff. Pro Tune is off right now. I only use Pro Tune when I want the very super highest quality and flexibility for editing, but that's a whole nother story. exit, I can get out of this. Now I'm shooting in 4K at 24 frames per second, Superview. So Tony, I wanted 4K at 30 frames per second, which is what this thing's famous for. We just click back in again, wouldn't we? We'd just go in here to select, and then we go down to 4K, and we choose the regular old 4K, and you got to segue all the way through all this again to get to regular 4K, and then you got your 30. And it might actually give you 24 as an option here. So there you go. See, that's kind of cool. So now I'm pressing the top up here, and it's showing me the different options. So that's how you see the different options. I know it's just a wide field of view. Let's go to something totally different. Let's go back up to 4K again. Let's go to 1080p. Let's look at all the different things we might change if we were in 1080p. So here we go, 1080p regular view. And this is where, this is ultimately, I think, the most flexible way to shoot. 1080p still is the standard until 4K just becomes more prolific or more established. It's coming. But for right now, on YouTube, on your Blu-ray disc, this is if your Blu-rays look good enough to you, this shoots awesome. So we've already got 1080p. We're gonna select down again, by pushing this button until we get to our frame rates. And I'm gonna go to the top up here, and we're gonna go to look at the. So you got 120 frames per second now, which is pretty amazing if you want to do some really good slow motion stuff. This is a very good frame rate now. If you want to, like, I shot a balloon yesterday. If you want to, go do some extreme sports stuff and slow-mo yourself or slow-mo anything that you're doing, you can shoot at 120. You got a wide field of view. Let's see what other I think wide is probably. I think we got narrow on this. This is interesting. They've bypassed the medium field of view, which to me is the most useful one. Now you have wide and narrow, and I shot some in both. I shot shooting a water balloon in narrow the other day. It works just fine. That protein. Let's see what that is off. I honestly can't remember what that is. I can't see it so good right now. It's on, whatever it is. Now protein is off. Okay, that may be something to do with white balance or something. We'll have to look and see. I honestly don't know what every single thing on this stands for, and it's so small now I have a hard time seeing it. I actually seen it better now that it's blown up in this monitor I'm looking at. So if we wanted to go down here and let's say we wanted to choose 90 frames per second, we could do that. And as you go down, you'll see that some of your fields of view will change. Let's go back again to back to the frame rate, and let's go down to 60. Let's see if it gives us different frame rates now. Not frame rates, but fields of view. I'm sorry, wide and medium and narrow. See, now you've got at 60, you've got the medium, which to me is one of my favorite ones to shoot in. 1080p 60 medium. I actually like 1080p 48 medium. But so what you got all your different sorts of settings, and you change them all right here. If you turn protein on, let's go and turn protein on for a minute. Then you're going to have a lot more to choose from here. You're going to have auto white balance, or you're going to have here you got the GoPro color. I mean, we can go back and go through some of these too. My ISO is set to 6400. My resolution, I think, is high, and this is, I think, this is gain, I think, or this is a gain boost. It's lightness or darkness. Let's go back to, let's go back here to, because this is pretty important, our white balances and stuff like that. Well, now we can pick all these different ones. You can pick like 3000, 5500, 6500. Native. I don't know what this is. I'm still learning a bit myself, folks. Here's your color, GoPro color or flat color. Flat color for protein might be good. It's a good safe way to shoot. It's not boosted in any way, and so you can. That's now back to ISO. Shucks, I'm keep screwing up. You can see how it's just a little bit frustrating if you're not used to this. So I'm in flat color now. I'm gonna go here. It's got GoPro color and flat. I guess that's the only two choices we have. I'll leave it in GoPro. I'll leave it in 6400 ISO. Although you do have a number of ISO settings. Look at that. Let's go back to 6400. This is, I think, high sharpness. I think this is sharpness is what this is. Medium, low. I always leave it on high. This should be, yeah, your gain. So if you're shooting something that's very dark, you can go and you can boost this a little. Or you can do some minuses in that too. Seems like you can. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go back to 0. And you got this reset. I'm not sure what this does. Cancel, reset ProTune defaults. I'm going to go ahead and say reset. Let's use the ProTune defaults. There we go. Okay. So these are the defaults, it looks like. It's auto, GoPro color, 6400, and high. And then you can exit. So, you know, what things are going to be important to you, what depends on what you're doing. We're shooting video, you got all your different kinds of frame rates and stuff here, and we can, at some point or another, we'll look at all these. I want to get through this pretty quick. I don't want to keep you all night here learning this. Let's go over to the night shots and stuff here. We got 12 megapixel, or this is actually photos. I'm using ProTune. ProTune allows me to get almost like a camera raw type result, which makes the photos more easy to edit. We can push the little button here on the side with this, and we can get into edit mode, and we can see that we can change various different things. Right now I've got night mode on, which means I should be able to shoot some pretty good night photos. Megapixels, let's see what we got in here. We got 7, we got 5, we got 12 wide, and we got 7 as a medium there. You got a medium, you got a 5 as a medium field of view. So I'm going to leave that 12 wide. Now that should be spot metering. Let's check that in, on or off. I'll leave it off. And then we got ProTune on. We can turn that off if we want to. Putting it on, though, see when you turn it off, you could basically all you got is exit after this. But if you got it on, then you got all kinds of stuff. You got auto, white balance. You got your GoPro color again, your ISOs that you can set, and the same kind of stuff you got actually for video, isn't it? So I'm gonna hit exit. Let's move on to the next one, which is here's for your time lapses and stuff like that. So let's go into this to edit and see what all's in there. I've not been through every bit of this. I did the other night. I shot a time lapse outside, and someone would ask how did I set it to shoot that. Well, you go into night lapse mode. I'm going to go ahead and like enter that, and you'll see you got burst mode, which that's if you want to shoot like 30 frames really fast, right? And it shows your 30 frames in 1 second. I very seldom do that. And you got time lapse. And so time lapse could be, time lapse is just going to shoot a picture every however often you got here, 60 seconds, right? I mean, I've done this thousands of times. It just shoots a quick picture, like every 5 seconds, every 10 seconds, every 2 seconds, every 30 seconds. But you're not really exposing that for a long time. This is best for shooting during the day if you want to make the clouds really move fast and everything. But you're not going to be able to use this much at night, okay? What you're really going to want to do there is go into the night lapse. Now, what the night lapse is going to do is allow you to have exposure shutter speeds, right? But you've got to be in ProTune mode to get that. I'm pretty sure. I'm not lying to you on that. So I got this set for 15 seconds. Now, the other night when I shot this, I was in 30. So you see it, 30's there. You've actually got 60 second, 2 minute, and 5 minutes. Interesting. It'll come on and it'll do an exposure for, I think it's preset to 10 seconds. You've even got, is that 30 minutes? Unbelievable. 60 minutes? That's an hour time lapse. In other words, that's an hour, one shot every hour. I think it's for however long you tell the shutter speed to be. Here we are back to 15 seconds. This worked really great at 30 seconds shooting outside the other night. I'm going to go to 1 minute though here. Let's just go down and see what we've got. Here we got 12 megapixels. This is where we just choose their sizes again. Spot metering again is off. ProTune is on. And here's where the shutter speed is. So can I change this? Let's find out. I got 15. Yes. 15 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and 10 seconds. So it looks like 30 seconds. Now the other night, I'm pretty sure I shot that just in 10 seconds. And I shot some beautiful starry night stuff. Tonight, I might go out and shoot, let's say 20-second exposures every minute. So right now, I've got it set to a minute, and it's at 5,500 here on the, I didn't change that the other night. I don't know that I'd want to, and it's I don't know what all we got here that would work. Native. I'm going to go back to 5,500. For those of you who are photo freaks and geeks, you might be able to tell me why I should or should not change that so much for this night shot. I'm just going to trust that the shutter is going to get it because I know it did really well. 10-second exposures for every 30 seconds. And you got your GoPro color again. You got your high. It's all sort of the same repetitive stuff here. I'm going to say exit. And let's real quickly go over into, so I'm set up to go out and maybe shoot a time lapse tonight of the stars. But I'm going to go over now into setup for a minute and we'll show you what all's in there. And folks, hopefully I'm not, uh-oh, I did the wrong thing there, didn't I? No, I'm okay, I'm in. So I got wireless off. Oh, this is where you switch to up or down. Like say you want to turn your GoPro this way. You know, those of you who've had a GoPro before, you know, you can turn it upside down and you can change that right there. You'll be able to go, up or down. I'm going to leave it up. Default mode, and I may have to figure out for sure what that means. I'll have to annotate that because I don't know what that means. I know the rabbit down here, this is your one button start. So if you turn this on, uh-oh, sorry, my bad. I segued past it there. Let's go back. Okay. If you go to the rabbit and you turn the rabbit on, then when you turn the camera off and then back on again by pushing this button up here, it will start recording. It's slow though. It takes 5 or 6 seconds. You push this and you wait. Honestly, it's just about as fast to push this and turn it on and then press record. But it's whatever you like. I'm going to turn it off again. I'll tell you the reason I'm turning it off. I found out that for some reason this button is a lot easier to hit in your pocket or something than this one is to turn everything on. I have a number of times since buying this thing accidentally hit this button and be recording with a lens cap on and just record a whole lot of the inside of the lens cap and run my battery out. Matter of fact, that's why my battery's low today, is that very thing happened. So I'll leave this off unless I know it's whatever you like, but you'll accidentally end up turning your camera on recording by doing that. I promise, if you're fairly active with it like I am. So there's your little lights and stuff. There's your tones if you want to turn them back on. NTSC rather than PAL. Those of you who are in England or Europe, PAL is the standard for television there. It's NTSC in America. OSD on. Again, I'll have to probably... I cannot remember what OSD stands for. So my bad again, folks. I'm not like the end-all, do-all person of GoPro. FF, I don't know what that means. Never. What is that? 1, 2, 3. Never. I'm not sure what FF stands for. That looks like... What is this? Oh, this is our time and date. Okay, I did set this the other day, so I'm going to exit out of that. And then we've got our trash can if we want to throw stuff away, I guess. Yeah, cancel last all format. Interesting. Okay, so we'll get out of that. Hit cancel. And then we've got reset cam. We can reset, I guess, all parameters and go back to exit. Now, this has quickly gotten you through how it navigates now. It's on here, unless you set this to record. It's enter edit mode here, and then it's edit or change your settings here. Then segue on to the next thing. Folks, hopefully this has been fairly clear. I'm sorry for the things I didn't understand, didn't know. I don't know everything about the GoPro. I just know the things that I use all the time, and that's it. We'll look a little more in depth at another time at some of the other settings and stuff in here, explore maybe what some of these different protein settings and all will do. Peace to everyone. Thanks for watching.